Let's be honest. If you're like me and you've been single for any amount of time, there are probably days when you are sick of it. So we're here today for everyone who's sick of being single. I'm Brenda, Florida, life coach and lifestyle advisor. And I'm going to get real with you today and share a couple, personal things about myself as I have done in the past. But this is specifically about being single. So I've been single for about, oh my gosh, I guess 17 years now. I got divorced when I turned 40 and I'm 57. So that's 17 years. And I had one really significant relationship in between there that was several years. But, most of the last 17 years, I've been single. And I think there's sort of an art to being single and enjoying it. And that being said, there are still times where I'm just like, I'm so sick of it. It's those times where you go out and everybody around you seems to be a couple, or you go to a party or you're with friends and it's like, wow, everybody here except me is either married or they've got their boyfriend or girlfriend with them or whatever. And it's just easy to feel like the odd man out. I know Saturday night I decided to take myself out to dinner. And I went to this great restaurant, nearby, and I'm at the bar because I like to, when I'm eating alone, I like to eat at the bar. And so I go to the bar and it's pretty crowded. And so I have to wait, I kind of stand behind the people sitting in chairs, and the bartender gets me a drink and, all is well. But, so I'm standing there for a few minutes and I just start to notice. And it's like, okay, every person there, and it was a big bar, there had to have been 30 people easy. It was all couples. And so even for me, there are times where it's just like, oh my gosh, am I the only single person out there? Which of course is not true. But I know from all the years of doing this that there's just times where you feel that way or you're just tired of it. Like, I generally like being single. I love the freedom of being single and just doing what I want, when I want, and all that goes along with that. And so I love that aspect of it. But there are still times, that I don't enjoy being single or I'm sick of it. So what do we do about that? How do we really support ourselves when we're feeling that way? So I have a couple things I'd like for you to try. So one, I really do believe that you are a magical being. And by that, I mean not necessarily that you are a unicorn, although you might be, and I won't argue if you feel like you are, but that you have magical qualities about you, that you have things about you that are absolutely unique to you and make you special and make you magical, that you can put a smile on somebody's face that's different than what anybody else can do. And so what I'd like for you to do is think about maybe three things that when you look at yourself, and if you need some help, you could ask some good girlfriends or something about this, that make you really unique and special. And it doesn't have to be something that's like extravagant. You're, the best cook on this side of the Mississippi or something, but just something that makes you you, something that people are like, oh, I love the way, it might be the way you dress or the way you put accessories and clothes together, things like that. Like, you just have your own certain style that is something they love about you. Maybe they love your sense of humor. Maybe you just have a really great sense of humor. Maybe you have a great way of writing, and whether you're an official writer and you have a blog or a book or something, just when you do something that's a written, word kind of thing, even if it's a business thing, that you would just really have a special way of doing it. Maybe you have a really unique way of encouraging people. We've all had people, or I hope you've had, I certainly have had in my life and in the various businesses that I've managed or run, where there's somebody in the office who's just the consummate encourager. They're just always lifting somebody up. And maybe you're that person. So think of a few really tangible ways that you can articulate and write down that you are special, that you are unique. And just use those when you're having that moment where it's like, is there something wrong with me? Really, I showered this morning. Um, Pull that list out if you need to and go, no, wait a minute. I'm feeling like I'm being left out, or I feel like I'm the only one, who's single, but I have these great things about me, and that will really help support you, because I know that always when we take care of ourselves, the things outside of us in our world tend to take care of themselves, and we attract exactly what we're looking for and needing. So I hope that you'll take the time to write down 3 things about yourself that you think are really magical and delightful, and I hope that you'll share them with us in the comments. I would love to hear it. Thanks for joining me. I'm Brenda, Florida. Let's live lavishly.